social media. How we doing, baby? Oh my God, another week in the books and another day of the best day of the week is here. That day being Friday. Man, we got a lot going on tonight. We got Friday Night SmackDown that leads up to Crown Jewel tomorrow for those WWE fans out there. And on top of that, we got college football. We got fucking NFL football this coming Sunday, or the day after, I should say. But for right now, we're sticking with the intro. Look, I know it's November 1st. I know the calendar says November 1st. But no matter what, y'all stay spooky out there. All right? Let's fucking do it. All right. And now, it's time for the most uncut, unfiltered, and uncensored sports talk show you will find on social media. Without further ado, let's get into today's episode. And at the end of the day, you will know whose game this is with everybody saying no mercy sports. Let's do it, baby. Yeah.
Nobody can stop me now.
Sorry about that. Camera was in the way. But let me talk to you. Why? Because, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Sorry, I was trying to see how long I could hold it, much like Bruce Buffer does. But in any case, we are here. It is Friday. It is time for the most uncut, unfiltered, and uncensored sports talk show you will find on social media. And I hope a certain somebody is tuning in right now because look at the hat. Oh, man. Sorry about your loss. What loss? What are you talking about? What loss, Terry? For real. Like, I'm being sincere here. Like, what loss are you talking about? Bringing out the nostalgia in all of us. Hey, that's what I like to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to do. In any case, we got a great show lined up right now. Yeah. I mean, I'd be doing a lot better too. If the Yankees did win the World Series. But I mean, look, hey, it is what it is. We at least got to the World Series. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather get to the World Series and have a phenomenal season instead of just choking in the playoffs, much like the Dodgers have been doing since 2013. Sorry, I'm also being a producer right now and making sure that links get shared. So yeah, but other than that, like I said, look, we got a great show lined up. There's a lot of okay, there we go. Jesus. Anyways, there's a lot of NFL talk going around, and yeah. Your dad called and you didn't answer? Oh, shit. I don't think I've seen a house that divided because the last time I did, my stepdad was a Jets fan. Meanwhile, my mom was a Giants fan. And the year that the Giants went back and won their second Super Bowl with Eli Manning under center, the Jets and Giants played each other on Christmas Eve. I don't think I've ever seen a house more fucking divided. It was crazy. But I will say this. The second that Victor Cruz took off for that 99-yard touchdown run, it was insane. And, hey, I knew the Giants were going to win. Hey, man, I'm afraid I'm going to do you one better with that, all right? I'm going to pray to St. Michael the Archangel. Look, I know he's a patron saint of first responders, military, and everything like that, but me being in the military, I'm going to pray to that dude and uh, pray that your mom has a speedy recovery, my man. That's tough. That really is tough. I'm not even going to lie. But thoughts and prayers, for real. For real, for real, for real. St. Michael, if you listening to this, man, I hope you're working overtime, my man. I really hope you are. Shit, that's right. Oh, shit. You know, sometimes you get so caught up in the moment. Sometimes it's like the equivalency of walking into the room and forgetting the reason why you walked in there. You know what I mean? But in any case, let me just do one more thing, and then we're gonna get into today's episode. Like I said, there's a lot of NFL talk going on right now. So stick around. You're not gonna want to miss it. Like I said, right now, I'm just making sure that people tune in to see what is going on and make sure that they have an enjoyable Friday night. All right. That's about it for now. But, anyways, let's get into today. Oh, we got one more. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Military, we look out for each other. Yeah, let's go with that. No, military, we look out for each other, all right? Hey. Got you, man. I got you. Like I said, I'll pray to St. Michael, the Archangel, the right-hand man of God that knocked Lucifer out of heaven. In case you didn't know, now y'all know. You'll learn something new every day. But let's get into today's show. Now, look, the NFC South might be a joke right now because we got the Carolina Panthers sitting at the bottom of the barrel. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. We got the New Orleans Saints that are on a fucking losing streak right now. And when it comes down to the NFC South, it is literally between the Falcons and the Bucs right now. Now, I have no doubt that the Falcons are easily going to make it into the playoffs because they have the tiebreaker over the Bucs, especially with their win this past Sunday. Man, what a game it was. It was so awesome. But I will say this. The NFC South is absolutely on fire right now. Now, sure, the Bucs did lose to the Falcons, but ultimately, these two teams really have a legitimate argument to be in the playoffs when the time comes. As the season continues on, who would you trust more in the playoffs? The Falcons or the Bucs? Look, as much as I've basically been a fan of the Bucs ever since Baker Mayfield came to the Bucs because this dude is the literal embodiment of Florida man. Like when I tell you this dude was doing smelling salts going into the game against Philadelphia, tell me that's not a Florida man thing to do. Hey, we got each other's backs, man. We got each other's backs. No matter what branch, no matter what you are, it don't matter if you're Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, National Guard, it don't matter. We watch each other's backs. We got each other's backs. And I hope you see the hat that I'm wearing right now. Oh, shit. Go Bucs. Hey, go Bucs indeed, my man. Go Bucs indeed. NFC South. Bet. Look, it's between the Falcons and the fucking Buccaneers. I'm not denying that the Carolina Panthers are easily the worst team in the NFL right now. I'm not. But like I said, it's coming down to the Bucs and the Falcons. But ultimately, when it comes time for the playoffs, who am I going to trust? Honestly, hey, I trust both teams because they have a good quarterback. Both teams have good weapons. They got an awesome defense. Kirk Cousins, I don't know what the fuck happened, but Atlanta changed that dude, if you ask me. Atlanta changed him. God damn it. You're shitting me. You are shitting me with this comment. I really hope. Oh, God, because if he was chair force, oh, God. I really signed my death wish, didn't I? Oh, God. I mean, duh and or hello. Also, it's the NFC North. If you're actually going to try to make a comment like this, actually get the division right, dumbass. Oh, God. Oh, man. Well, look, if he was security forces, that would explain a lot. Hang on. All right. All right. Now we're still gonna stay on the topic of the NFC South, but we got somebody coming in. He is the head of Villain Sports Media Network and the host of the most villainous college sports talk show you will find on social media. Here he is.
I'm a bad guy, the one you love to hate. Andrew Anderson, spitting truth that just can't wait.
What's up?
Podcast, like a punch right to your face.
What it do, baby?
How we doing?
Oh, we're doing good. We're having a little conversation battle between Terry and Vandy Chris.
Hey, look, that's always entertainment right there. I'm driving home from work. I wanted to jump on the show tonight, right? So,
For sure.
I am driving, so give me a little leeway.
No, for sure. Hey, man, you're good. Now, look, there is competition in the NFC South right now, and it's obviously between the Bucs and the Falcons, and ultimately it's going to come down between those two teams. Ultimately, when the playoffs start, who do you trust more in the playoffs?
I'm gonna trust the Falcons more in the playoffs just because of the defensive pieces they put together in the offseason. I think Tampa Bay's a good team, but we saw Atlanta beat them both games already this year, giving them the tiebreaker.
Questionable calls.
So, Atlanta beat the Eagles, and the Eagles are really good, like I said. Everybody's going to stumble. I think both of these teams will see the playoffs.
Easily.
I just think the Falcons win the division. I don't know if Baker has but that Bucs defense is just too suspect to believe today.
Yeah, no, I mean, when it comes to both teams being in the playoffs, even when the Falcons got a quarterback like Kirk Cousins under center, as much as I like Baker Mayfield, I really think that Cousins can really lead the Falcons to some playoff wins. Maybe the big stage?
Well, and this is no bias. This is just reality. Kirk Cousins is a better quarterback and leader than Baker Mayfield, right?
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield, he's more excited, like, but it's not the quarterback position. It's like I said, it's the defense. But I trust Kirk Cousins to make good decisions, take care of the ball. I don't see the Falcons going to the Super Bowl because they have to make it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we got, in my opinion, despite the fact that they have one loss, we got the Detroit Lions, who really look like the best team in the NFL right now. Again, despite having one loss, they like Dan Campbell is on his villain store. We're gonna get to that in a bit, but for right now, man, when it comes to both the Bucs and Falcons, it's anybody's ball game.
Yeah. I mean, all the Falcons have to do is tie.
Yeah,
And they got the tiebreaker. So, I mean, they have the advantage.
I guess he lost reception, but North Central is all the same. Technically, yes. Technically, or what was that? Like Wallace and Gromit type claymation movie? Well, yes, but actually no. But I understand this. I do. That's just you. Yeah, I got the message. Don't worry. I'm gonna take a look later. Right now. Apologies. Got a show going on. So, what's more suspect? Cousins. Ooh. That is. Ooh. I don't know, though. For a guy like Sam Bradford, you might want to talk to Kirk Cousins because the dude, he got protection around his fucking midsection. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, did you know that Tennessee Titans have allowed the fewest sacks in the entire NFL over the past? Oh my God, that's so fucking crazy. They're still not winning the AFC South anytime soon. I'm surprised you haven't jumped to a fucking conclusion over the fact that I'm wearing a Tennessee Titans hat when I've been shitting on you for the fact that you thought that the Tennessee Titans were going to win the AFC South. But it is what it is. My thing is, because, yeah, that he will. That he will. The difference is Atlanta has a better defense than the Bucs. That's, yeah, defense does win championships. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and ignore that and resume our conversation.
All right. So, sorry about that. Like, I work in the middle of nowhere, so I have to drive through the middle of nowhere to get back to civilization. So,
bad reception, I assume?
Yeah. It's, I live in the backwoods of South Carolina, bro.
Yeah, that's got to be tough.
I mean, I enjoy living out in the middle of nowhere. I'm not a city guy.
No, that's fair. Like, I'll agree to that 100%. Anyways, moving on. So, look, we're going to stay in the NFC South, and we're going to take a trip to Carolina because there is absolutely no hope whatsoever for the Carolina Panthers this season. This year, we've seen Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield for what they truly are and have been since leaving the Carolina Panthers. Now, are the Panthers really football purgatory for quarterbacks, or should owner David Tepper consider selling the team so somebody else can step in and actually make the Panthers what they once were back in 2015?
Well, what we see, it's not that it's purgatory, right? Like, so the NFL is people don't realize the NFL is a lot like college. Like, you got to recruit, right? And even though you may have the money to spend it, the problem is who wants to go to Charlotte, right?
Right.
You've not proven you can win consistently. You've proven that, like, you really don't have the fans to show up week in, week out, you still have to sell it. Like, people still have to agree to the contract to go there.
Right.
And you know, when Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold was there, like, who were they handing the ball to? Who was protecting them? Who were they throwing to? Like, we can't even answer these questions.
Exactly.
You know? So that's the problem. So, like, Bryce Young, that's why I'm still high on Bryce Young. Like, Bryce Young, probably not the problem, just like Baker Mayfield probably wasn't the problem, right? So
Easily.
um,
But Terry does have a point with this, though.
I can't read it. So
It says sell the team.
the problem is, okay, so Jerry Richardson did very well there, right? And you know, he had a good selling point and all that. The problem is the damage is done. So
Yeah.
like, you're trying to, I mean, like, the Panthers are trying to spend money, they just can't get people to agree to come there. Is it the owner, though? Is that what it is? Because I don't know much about the Carolina Panthers owner, to be honest with you.
I mean, I'll say this. He brought in guys like Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold really thinking that they can make a difference, but they didn't have the offensive weapons needed for them to succeed. Now that they actually are on offenses with weapons, we're seeing what they've been capable of.
Yeah, so, like, I don't like the Panthers, so it's very funny for me that they're in this kind of conundrum that they're in, because I fucking hate the Panthers. So, you know, I'm all good with them staying where they at, but the reality is, Bryce Young, like, you took a 21-year-old and you threw him in the system with no blocking, no weapons, and no running game, and then you're
Absolutely.
like, he's not successful. Well, no shit.
Yeah. I mean, they really took their head coach was basically what is the same dude that gave Baker Mayfield the confidence he needed when he was with the Panthers and when the Browns did him dirty. He's got that confidence. He's basically reverting back to what he was when he was with the playing college at Oklahoma.
So with the Browns are a lot like, believe it or not, the Browns are a lot like the New York Yankees. There's a lot of rules to play there, a lot of things you have to follow, right? Historic franchise and all that. And Baker Mayfield is just a wild, just a wild guy, like, you know, and he doesn't fit the MO of what they want there. And so I think that was the main problem. I don't think they didn't think Baker Mayfield was the guy. Hell, he won a playoff game there. I think he couldn't fit MO with what they wanted to portray as a franchise. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Panthers will draft. Even then, if they do get Shedeur Sanders, they're still screwed.
Well, the problem is, what's Shedeur Sanders going to do with no weapons? We saw that last year in Colorado when Colorado won 4 games, right?
Yep.
It's going to be the same thing. So Dion went out and got some pieces in the portal, protected the guy, got a running game, and got a second receiver on top of Travis Hunter. And we're seeing some success now. The problem is for Shedeur Sanders is he's not the most accurate quarterback, but he's good enough that he can make an impact and he can move the pocket and he can take off on you, right? But so can Bryce Young. So I'm confused, like, what they think the difference is going to be, unless they plan on going in the offseason and really making those free agent pickups. Then at that point, why not keep Bryce Young? That's just where I'm at on that situation.
No, I completely agree. Like, what is the point of even going out and getting a guy like Shedeur Sanders and, you know, throwing him to the Lions? I mean, the fact that even Tom Brady said it himself, like, hey, when I was coming up, you know, I was going behind guys like Drew Bledsoe and learning everything and all this other stuff. Now, all these kids are getting drafted and getting thrown to the Lions and expecting to figure things out before the ball's even snapped.
Well, that's all. Like, so, all right. So here's how I think about that. So they're being thrown in. Yeah. So there's two frames of thought on that, right? This is a me society. So when they get a talent, the talent's like, I want to play now. Like, put me in, you know. And then the owner's like, well, I'm paying this guy $25 million, so I'm gonna put him out there and make him perform.
Yeah.
But so they're not getting that mentorship like MPJ is behind Kirk Cousins, right? That was a smart move by the Falcons. They knew
Facts.
MPJ was injured. He wasn't going to be ready for a couple years. He can learn from Kirk Cousins, and then we go from there. But the problem
Yeah.
is, not everybody's like MPJ, willing to learn and do all this stuff.
Right.
So that I think that's what we're seeing in football right now. Like, it's impatience from both the ownership and the players. I think it's a 50-50 symbiotic relationship. Hey, I was fired in college. You're paying me $25 million, put me on the field.
Yeah. And not to mention, like, you look at teams like Alabama, even Vanderbilt, for crying out loud, they have offensive weapons. The second that the team that drafts them and the quarterbacks realize they don't have any offensive weapons, it's easily going to lead us to believe that they're just going to be a bust.
Right. So Vanderbilt, I mean, they got Pavia, right? Good story.
Yeah.
The kid's a winner. That's what it is. Is he a great
Absolutely.
quarterback? Probably not, but he's a winner. And,
Yeah.
he's small, 5'9". So if he takes off running in the NFL, like, he's going to get hurt.
Right.
And so I don't think we're going to see him playing many Sundays, but he fits the system that he's in. So,
yeah, like, look, I will agree with this comment right here. Bryce Young is really too small and fragile to be a quarterback in the NFL. The only reason that he was successful at Alabama, look at the weapons that he had to play with. That dude was going off, and there was a reason that he won the Heisman.
So that kind of puts to bed the argument that he's too little to play the game. It seems to me more like the pieces aren't in place to make him successful. So
Right.
if you draft a quarterback like Bryce Young, you have to put the pieces in place for him.
Yeah.
You don't bring him in and be like, okay, this was a Tom Brady system. Go out there and be Tom Brady. That's not a reasonable ask.
No, I completely agree. And look, I do respect the Panthers for going out and getting guys like oh god, I want to say Chuba Hubbard, Adam Thielen, fucking Deontay Johnson, but they just traded Deontay Johnson to the Ravens. And but on top of that, Adam Thielen was thriving with the Minnesota Vikings. Now you put him in a system where he can't be Adam Thielen.
Well, see, here's the thing. So, like, we saw that in the NBA. Like, we put these super teams together, and they're not winning championships.
Right.
The problem is, just because they're all superstars doesn't mean they fit well together in the system. Right.
Completely agree.
So they don't fit well together in the system, which is when we look at Kansas City, we see Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, right? And the rest of the people are just system players that work well.
Yeah.
And it's successful, right? So you look at the Panthers, who spent, well, look at the Mets last year. Highest payroll in baseball, got all this talent and just tanked because they did not mesh well. The system wasn't good.
Facts. No, I completely agree. And just, it's mind-boggling. Like, look, I get it. You know, you need players around your young quarterback to help him develop and get that confidence and everything like that. But if you're not getting the right people to help him grow in the NFL and expect him to be what he was in college, you're not going to have the right quarterback.
Correct. So when you draft a quarterback, you have to build around the quarterback. Like, you have to.
Easily.
Right, so we know that Bryce Young is XYZ. So we need to make sure we have fast linemen, not big linemen. We need to make sure we got a running game that can support him, because that's one of the biggest reasons he was so successful at Alabama, to be honest with you.
Yep.
Because the pressure wasn't all on him. Well, in Carolina, they had no running game. He's throwing the ball 50 times a game to people who aren't getting open. Oh, he sucks. Well, that's just not the fact. You just didn't do a good job of putting your team together.
Straight facts. Could not agree more. And the crazy thing is that it's about accountability. You know, they really say that the best ability is availability. I say, nah. The best ability this year for the NFL season is accountability, because the refs need to seriously be held fucking accountable by what's been going on. The amount of missed calls or even making the softest calls like roughing the passer is completely fucking asinine. A perfect example is easily Rams versus Vikings when on Thursday Night Football, when Rams player Byron Young grabbed the face mask of Sam Darnold, and had he held on a little longer, we probably would have seen the same thing that we saw with Damar Hamlin.
Well, the problem is it's not just NFL. It's college. College may be worse, but the problem is they will not go to a full replay system, and and this is why it bothers me. Right? They're like human error. Okay, if it's human error, go back to the old rules and whatever stands. Whatever they see, they see. But you wanted to say instant replay is this and that, so let it work. So like you got people watching in the booth at all times, right? Somebody should have been there. Should be a ref in the booth that radios down before the play starts and be like, throw the flag for face mask. It's obvious. It's on camera. Like do that if that's the way it's going to be. You have the technology. Easily. You replay to New York. Like make the decision to go all in or stop it and let the refs run the game.
I mean, hell, the refs want to say, oh, we didn't have a clear view. There were 2 referees in the back of the end zone that had a view as clear as fucking day, but they didn't throw the flag, which is unbelievably asinine. But should the refs be held accountable the same way that NFL players are held accountable for some of the stupid things that they do when they get fined?
Well, I've long been a proponent of dirty refs being held accountable. Like you've heard me say it over and over, and I will stand on that. But at the same time, let's look at reality as well. All right, so the refs don't see a call. Say they don't see it, and then you have instant replay to back them up. Maybe they didn't see it. I don't know, but when you see refs make fake calls, like, oh, that was an obvious holding when there was no holding, that's what bothers me, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, I can agree to that. But what bothers me is that we had 2 refs standing outside the end zone, and the view with Byron Young and making the face mask on Sam Darnold couldn't have been any clearer. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's hard for me to believe that they didn't see it, specifically for 2 reasons. One, the refs are always watching the ball. That's part of the game. 2, it's the quarterback. And there are rules in place to protect the quarterback like crazy. We call it the Tom Brady rule, right? So let's just say we give them the benefit of the doubt and they didn't see it. That's where the official in the booth would radio down and be like, throw the flag. It's, we're confirming it.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, like, the way that Sam's head was turning, the dude's body would have been facing one end zone, and then his head would have been facing the referees. That is how hard his face mask was tugged.
So no doubt, I'm not arguing that point. But the point I'm arguing is if they didn't see full grab, right? And all they saw was his helmet turn, well, then you can't make the call if you didn't see it happen either. Just because the dude turned his head doesn't necessarily mean it was a face mask.
He still had his fingers in the face mask, though. Even with the refs watching.
I'm not arguing that. And I'm not defending the refs. I'm just saying what needed to happen at that point was somebody in the booth saying it wasn't just him turning his head, it was an obvious face mask.
Okay.
And then we can put it into this nonsense.
Yeah.
Like, isn't it next year the strike zone and MLB's going all digital?
I believe so. I mean, look, even some of the umps that were calling the World Series this year really need to be evaluated, because it seemed like everything outside of the strike zone was a fucking strike. Everything inside the strike zone was a fucking ball.
That's not just the World Series. We've been talking about. Well, I'm not. We've known each other about a year, but I've been talking about that for forever. About like it's just bad baseball,
It
and
is.
Angel Hernandez is example number one why there should be all electronic refs. Put one up in the booth in baseball as well. And make it all digital on the strike zone, so nobody can complain. It's 100% fair. The K zone said so, right?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
in football, you have a ref up top because they radio to New York for instant replay, right? So they're
They
watching
do.
already. So they could easily just call it in and be like, "Hey, throw the flag, pass interference," or "Hey, pick that fucking flag up. That wasn't pass interference."
Yep.
That easy, they can fix it, and they won't. And it's mind-boggling.
It really is. I mean, look, I really thought that we were over guys like Angel Hernandez. Look, yes, I know the Yankees shit the bed. We shit the bed in the 5th fucking inning. Shut the hell up. God forbid I actually get excited because we were the first team to win 50 games, but that's neither here nor there. Look, we had to deal with Angel Hernandez. We had to deal with oh my God, who was the dude that costed Armando Galarraga his perfect game? Oh
Yeah,
my.
baseball needs to make that right.
Yeah. They literally went to the replay and the dude was out by a mile, but they still called him safe. The fuck is that about? Well, look,
It's
I
just a
see it
hit
like
job.
this. Yeah, true. I still see it like this, though. The refs and umpires should still be held accountable the same way that players are held accountable when they do stupid shit on the field. I mean, even Najee Harris said a certain word. I ain't gonna say it anytime soon because I ain't Donald Trump. But in any case, Najee Harris said a certain word, and the look on the dude's face was like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna get fined." Or even Nick Bosa crashing Brock Purdy's interview wearing a MAGA hat. It's like, so we're just gonna let the refs slide. That's true. You were going in and out there. What'd you say?
Oh, I said the late sports leagues have long always protected refs. If you speak out on them, they fine you and all this stuff, right? So,
Very true.
but I agree with you. It's long past time that we held the refs accountable.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. In any case, I will let you go. Get inside, get comfortable. I'm sure you're hungry, and I know you want to eat some food right now. We're going to take our first commercial break. We will be back in a minute, but for right now, enjoy some of the shows that is on the Villains Media Network that you can enjoy throughout the week. We will be back in less than a minute. Ah, yes, you can check all those awesome shows out on the Villains Media Network. Man, do we have a good time every time there is a show on. Whether it is the football frame of mindset, excuse me, Jesus. Anyways, whether it is the football frame of mindset every Sunday night, or Sorry, I'm a little bit out of breath right now. Or whether it's a Hawkaholics podcast, the legends of the squared circle. Stay tuned this Monday. I got God, I cannot fucking wait for this coming Monday. We are doing top 5 factions on the legends of the squared circle. And man, do I got a very controversial number 1 for the top 5 factions of all time. It's more than likely gonna get me kicked off of the show, but I'll tell you what, it's gonna be fucking worth it. Now, obviously, I got some factions in there that are well deserved to be in there, obviously. But I'm not gonna give my list away anytime soon. Oh God, no. See, I'd rather be a villain, much like Dan Campbell right now, because Dan Campbell is taking this season basically the same way MJ took every game that he played in the NBA, and that is personal. Now, Dan Campbell is obviously taking this season very personal, especially after last year when the Lions lost a very close game to the Dallas Cowboys in the playoffs. Now, we did see the Lions get revenge with getting a 47-9 win over the Dallas Cowboys. And the Lions were basically running every trick play in the freaking book. But, I mean, it's absolutely crazy. Okay. Cool. And this team right here still won't win the AFC South anytime soon. Oh God, just put me on the same level of trollness and pettiness of Donald Trump. But in any case, like I was saying, Dan Campbell is taking this season very personal after last year and after last year's playoff loss to the Dallas Cowboys. It was insanely close, but unfortunately, the Cowboys had to win. Why? Because the fucking refs. Now, Dan Campbell is really taking the Lions on. Now, Taylor Swift has the Eras Tour. But I'll tell you what, we're getting a Villains Tour from the Detroit fucking Lions right now. In the last 4 games, I kid you not when I say this, in the last 4 fucking games, the Lions have scored 172 points. And their defense is actually holding up without their star guy, Aiden Hutchinson. Not to mention the fact that the last 2 of their 3 games, they've decimated their fucking opponents. Despite one loss right now, it's pretty safe to say that the Detroit Lions are easily the best team in the NFL right now, and it's not even close. But are they that good to where they could win the whole thing? Fuck yes! Kansas City, come on down and step the fuck up, because I guarantee you the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions and head coach Dan Campbell, they got something in store for your fucking ass that not even the refs will fucking save you from. We got a running back combination of Sonic and Knuckles, obviously being Jahmyr Gibbs being Sonic and David Montgomery being fucking Knuckles. Because what Montgomery is fucking doing right now, this is David wow, David. This is Brandon Jacobs-esque. Like, this is Derrick Henry fucking shit we're talking right now. The dude is running people over. We have Ashton Jeanty in the NFL, and Ashton Jeanty is in fucking British State right now. David Montgomery is a literal fucking version of, he is a literal NFL version of Ashton Jeanty. That dude is running with bad intentions. Now, obviously, he's not standing in the backfield like Ashton Jeanty is, like fucking Michael Myers. But, I mean, look, on top of that, you take Sonic and Knuckles out of the equation, the Lions also have Amon-Ra St. Brown. This dude really wrote a list. I shit you not. Like a list similar to the list of fucking Jericho. This dude wrote a list of wide receivers that were taken before him. And he looks at said list before each and every game. And I'll put it this way. The dude tore his oblique off the bone. Still played a goddamn game and then took some time off. He finished the season with over 1,000 yards and 15 fucking touchdowns. This dude is not human. What the hell Dan Campbell is doing in Detroit right now? Who the fuck knows? Ooh. Yeah, I mean, look, it was Craig Counsell's first season as the Chicago Cubs head coach, and, you know, despite mediocrity, they actually did something good. They have the talent. They have the pitching. They have, oh my God, what's his fucking name? Not Yoshinobu. Oh my God. God damn it. I want to say Shota Imanaga. I really hope I got that pitcher's name right. But that dude coming into the Chicago Cubs, man, I'm already looking forward to baseball season next year. It's going to be so much fun to watch. I really hope that the New York Yankees can bring in a contract reasonable for Juan Soto to sign, because that dude fits the Yankees. Sorry to be biased right now, but still. But look, like I was saying, do the Lions have the chance to win it all this year? Fuck yes, I really think I do. Dan Campbell took last season personally. Do you know how diabolical, I'll say it again, do you know how diabolical you have to be to decimate your opponent 47 while letting them score 9 fucking points and then keeping your fucking starters in? This dude really had a lineman lined up as a wide receiver. Like, I will not be surprised if we see the Detroit Lions in the playoffs. Like, the fucking Lions even destroyed the Titans so bad that Jared Goff, I believe, had 60 passing yards on the game. The final score of that game, 52-14. Everybody on the Lions was getting in on the action. Offense, defense, special teams, like you name it, the Lions were getting involved, and it wasn't even close. I mean, right now, the Lions are easily the top team in the NFC, and it's not even close. I don't know what Dan Campbell is doing. Maybe he's doing some Colombian booger sugar, but that's neither here nor there. Regardless, though, like you got a former Lions player as your head coach, and this dude is embodying Detroit right now. Like, oh God, it just again, I wouldn't be surprised if the Detroit Lions do go to the Super Bowl. And look, I'm here for it. All right. They had a chance with Matt Stafford. Unfortunately, the fans were impatient. They wanted to win because he was a national champion coming out of Georgia. Just it's a whole fucking mess. But look, at the end of the day, Detroit fans were so happy to see him go to LA. Or you know what? I'm going to belay that. Detroit fans, at the end of the day, were happy to see him raise the Lombardi trophy. And for good reason. I mean, he's honestly, in my opinion, the toughest quarterback in the NFL. This dude was taking some serious fucking hits, if you ask me. But look, I could go on and on about the Detroit Lions, but look, we have a disaster in fucking Dallas right now. Nothing happened. No hurricane went through there. You probably could say a hurricane went through there because Jerry Wayne Jones, you need to get your ass up and out of Dallas time fucking Monday. I'm talking about this past Monday. You should be gone by now. How the fuck you're not is beyond me. Now, look, you said, and I quote, you were going all in with this team this year. But all you did was give CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott fucking contracts. Brought in Zeke, who's a fucking shell of himself. He's not what he used to be when you guys drafted him. And, oh my God, and brought in a shell of himself, fucking Dalvin Cook. Like, dude, are you trying to win a Super Bowl? Because, look, if you brought these players in 2017, you obviously would have won another fucking Super Bowl fucking sometime soon. But nah, that ain't the case. You decided to bring in a shell of himself, fucking Dalvin Cook. In what universe do you consider that going all in? Don't even bother answering that because I'll answer it for you. It's not. That's not going all in, dumbass. You know, they say everything is bigger in Texas. Well, you know what? Everything's bigger in Texas. Even the dumbasses. Look at the front office that is running the Dallas fucking Cowboys. Jesus, Mary and freaking Joseph and St. Michael the goddamn Archangel. I apologize, St. Michael. Look. The Cowboys are 3-4 this year. Fatty McButterpants, head coach Mike McCarthy is easily on the hot seat after losing the last 3 games that they played. If you want to look at those last 3 games, please just go on to ESPN.com and look. For real. Look at the last 3 games that the Dallas Cowboys have played and look at the goddamn scores. It was all downhill. The second that they got their asses kicked to the fucking Detroit Lions. Like I said, they took last year personal. And they were like, oh, okay, bet. Fucking Watch this. Proceeded to destroy their asses 47-9. In any case, like I said, Fatty McButterpants, head coach Mike McCarthy is easily on the hot seat after losing the last 3 games that the Cowboys have played. Not to mention the fact that they only put up 9 points in a blowout loss to the goddamn Lions. On top of that, there's a partridge in a fucking pear tree. Look, I know it's November 1st, but hey, when you see an opportunity, you see an opportunity. The real question is, what needs to change in Dallas in order for the Cowboys to actually have a chance this year, in order for Dallas to stand a chance this year? I'll tell you what needs to change. Like I said in the beginning of this topic, his name is Jerry Wayne fucking Jones. You got to go, my guy. You said all in. And when Derrick Henry was available on the fucking market, you really sat there and said, oh, you know what? He's not going to fit our offense anytime soon. Look what he's doing with the Baltimore fucking Ravens, all right? He is looking like a goddamn MVP fucking candidate, but you can't see that because your ego is bigger than your fucking common sense. Sit your ass down, get your ass out of Dallas, and shut the fuck up, you dumbass! That's not me talking. That's not me speaking being a Cowboys hater or being a Giants fan. I'm being real when I say this shit. The last time the Cowboys actually won a fucking championship in the NFL, their fans are gonna have to go to a goddamn pawn store. I said pawn, P-A-W-N. Get a VHS player and a VHS tape to actually watch what the Cowboys fucking did the last time that they were actually good. Now, yes, they probably could go on YouTube and actually relive the glory days, but are you fucking kidding me? We are going on nearly 30 years since the last time the Cowboys actually won a fucking Super Bowl. Since then, they've been the goddamn New York Yankees and the fucking LA Dodgers in the playoffs. They fucking choke. It's not even close. Even the biggest Dallas Cowboys fan of all time, being Skip Bayless, is really talking shit about this Cowboys team. He is straight up saying, all in, my ass. Well, hey, if the shoe fits, fucking wear it, my guy, because I already know that you would take it from Jerry Jones if the opportunity was given. That's neither here nor there. Look, I'm here in Texas, and the only thing I see is Dallas Cowboys, but they don't fucking win anything, especially in the playoffs. But hey, you know what? The Dodgers actually got over the fucking 162 game hump and actually won a fucking World Series after spending $1 billion in the offseason. So hey, I guess anything is fucking possible for the Dallas Cowboys. But I mean, seriously, there is no chance. And to quote Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Now, I'm not defending what that guy did. I'm not. All I'm saying is, to quote Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Shit. I actually forgot what I was going to say. Fuck. But yeah. The Dallas Cowboys suck. They're 3-4 on this year. Dak Prescott couldn't hit the broadside of a fucking barn. I mean, look, you got Trey Lance as a backup right now. But at what point do you figure, hey, maybe we should bench Dak Prescott because he's not doing anything right now? Whatever. It's okay. But look, we're going to go from the AFC to the NFC. Why? Because holy shit, the Jets ended their 5-game losing streak last night to the fucking and got a win over the fucking Texans. Congratulations, Jets. You actually beat a depleted team that is going to actually win the AFC South. Ain't going to be this team. I'll tell you that right now. And in case a certain somebody out there is still watching and tuning in, the only reason I have this hat is because my wife went to a bachelorette party in Nashville, Tennessee. She got me this hat as a souvenir. You know, so it's easier to obviously ask questions so you can get the backstory instead of making assumptions and making an ass out of yourself. But that's neither here nor there. Now, like I said, the Jets ended their 5-game losing streak last night, got the win over the Houston Texans. Now, they were obviously missing a lot of offensive weapons. I believe Stephon Diggs is out for the year. Nico Collins is also injured. So the only thing that CJ Stroud had to work with was Tank Dell. But hey, it was still a close game. The final score was 13-21, and I really believed that the Texans were actually going to drive down the field, get a touchdown, and get the 2-point conversion. Yeah, get the 2-point conversion and tie things up. But unfortunately, in some games, that just doesn't work out that way, you know? I will say this, though. Too bad for the Jets. Their season is already done. Look, your season went down the fucking drain the second that you guys lost to the goddamn Patriots 25-22. Who, the same Patriots team that y'all beat 24-3, had one win on their schedule. That one win was obviously the Cincinnati Bengals. And it's crazy to think about. But what's even crazier than that is excluding wide receiver Davante Adams, former Jets quarterback Zach Wilson was actually able to lead the Jets to a 7-10 record in 2022 and last year. Now, obviously, they had another backup quarterback because they didn't really trust Zach Wilson because it was a fucking mutiny. But then again, Zach Wilson, take some fucking accountability for your goddamn self. I swear to God. In any case, though, the Jets last year and in 2022 went 7-10 with the same fucking cast. Are you kidding me? Like I said, excluding Davante Adams, they had Garrett Wilson, they had Breece Hall, they had Sauce Gardner. They literally had the same fucking cast the last 2 years. Why? Because they were they were making sure to build around Aaron Rodgers, especially bringing in the fucking offensive coordinator for the goddamn Green Bay Packers, that guy being Nathaniel Hackett. That dude couldn't make any calls whatsoever. Like, if he was in a wet paper fucking bag. Like, dude, you have your quarterback. You have weapons. You have Breece Hall. You have fucking Davante Adams. You have Garrett Wilson. What the fuck are you doing right now? I have seen Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, even fucking Helen Keller make better calls than what you're calling on the field, and there's a reason that y'all are 3-6 right now. Now, fasten your seatbelts and hold on to your hats because it's about to get even crazier. What up, my man? What is going on? Glad you could be a part of the show, man. For real. I'm doing good. Like I said, it's Friday. We got Friday Night SmackDown going on right now. This fucking weekend is about to be lit. We got Crown Jewel. We got College Game Day. We got fucking college football. And Sunday, we got the NFL. I'm doing pretty fucking good. But I will say this. Hope you're staying spooky. Despite the fact that it is November, I don't give a fuck. Keisha, I hope you're staying spooky, my man. Yeah, that makes two of us. That fifth, I will say this, that fifth inning cost us. There was a lot of things that went wrong in the fifth inning. And the fact that Aaron Boone really decided that, hey, you know what? Garrett Cole is this many pitches over, despite the fact that it's only the sixth inning. I'm going to send him out there. Nah, you dumbass! You should have sent in Tommy Kahnle or one of your fucking other relievers. Bro, by the end of the fifth inning, my jaw hit the floor so hard, there was a hole halfway to fucking China. I ain't even making that shit up because there was easily fundamental plays that we could have made, but we fucking didn't. We've been going back to LA right now, down 3-2, instead of the fact that the Dodgers won 4-1 in the goddamn Bronx. Sorry, I'm a passionate fan when it comes to my teams. I'll even say this. I support the Cubs. Why? Because I lived in Chicago for 15 years. And on top of that, look, as long as the Cubs don't play the Yankees, you best believe I'm rooting for the Cubs. But when it comes time for Cubs versus Yankees, I'm sticking to my roots and I'm rooting for the Yankees. Anyways, like I was saying, though, the crazier part about the New York Jets with the same fucking cast that Zach Wilson had to work with is that through 7 games, Wilson had the Jets at 4-3. Aaron Rodgers this year, after 7 games, had the Jets at 2-5. But hey, it's okay. They added Devontae Adams because he wanted out of fucking Vegas. He went from 2-5 team, lost to the Steelers, went to the Jets when the Steelers played the Jets. His first loss as a Jets wide receiver to the fucking Steelers. Yeah, the Raiders ain't looking too bad now, aren't they? Look, all they need is a fucking quarterback because, look, look, Gardner Minshew ain't it. Maybe Aiden O'Connell is that guy. We don't know. But I will say this. Now, the Jets are currently sitting at 3-6, nearly halfway through this season right now. Is there any hope at all for the Jets? No, the fuck there is not. So they moved into second place in the AFC East, a division that Buffalo is dominating right now. And I'll tell you one thing. Ever since I turned on ESPN radio this morning, the Jets glazing is fucking real. Just because Garrett Wilson made a Odell Beckham Jr. type catch. He made a one-handed catch and then still sorry, I had to burp. Anyways, Garrett Wilson made a one-handed catch, took patted 1 foot down, and then on top of that, basically did a more what's the word I'm looking for? Did a more dramatic type of laydown with his foot and shin. The same foot and shin that he touched down in the end zone. But the refs wanted to rule it a goddamn touchdown. George Pickens actually had 1 foot down and used the same goddamn foot to make sure that he had 10 toes down when standing on fucking business. But sure, Garrett Wilson is a different fucking story. Now, oh my God, look at the rule book. This happened, that happened. Nah! They're basically one and the same. The only difference is George Pickens should have gotten the fucking touchdown. Garrett Wilson shouldn't have. Oh God. But that I'm going off track right now. There is no hope whatsoever for the New York fucking Jets right now. I will tell you that. Yes, they are 3-6. Yes, they just beat the number 1 team in the AFC South, but they were depleted, missing Nico Collins and Stephon Diggs. There is no hope whatsoever for the New York Jets going forward. They have no shot in the AFC. To put things into a better perspective, Tom Brady went from the AFC Patriots to the NFC Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Won a fucking Super Bowl his first year there. Aaron Rodgers played in the NFC with the Packers. Won a single championship. The literal next year went 15-1 and then proceeded to lose to the goddamn Giants in the divisional round, if I'm not mistaken. If I am wrong, let me know in the comments, because why? We are here to educate each other. Anyways, like I was saying, Aaron Rodgers went from the NFC North Green Bay Packers to the AFC East New York Jets. And look, people really thought that they were actually getting something with the New York Jets. No. Did you dumbasses not pay attention to what he was doing in Green Bay? Literally threatening to retire every single fucking year. And then on top of that, miss Tom Brady in the playoffs, I believe, back-to-back years. Again, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. Look, the Packers had home field advantage against the goddamn Tampa Bay Buccaneers when Tom Brady was under center. And on top of that, the Packers proceeded to lose to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I believe, the same year that Aaron Rodgers won back-to-back MVPs. So, obviously, aside from the Jets and Aaron Rodgers, Zach Wilson wasn't the fucking problem. Now you're seeing what's happening with Aaron Rodgers and basically saying, hey, guys, come over from the Green Bay Packers to the New York Jets. And I want to make sure that Nathaniel Hackett is my offensive coordinator. There is no shot in fucking hell that the Jets actually do something this fucking year moving forward. Are we even looking at the AFC picture right now? Granted, the Baltimore Ravens did lose to the Cleveland Browns with Jameis Winston under center. But, I mean, look, I have more faith in Jameis Winston than I would Deshaun Watson, all right? On top of that, or aside from that, we got the Baltimore Ravens. We got the Kansas City Chiefs. You know what? I'd say that's about it right now for the AFC. Let me me check something real quick. Oh, yeah, we got the Houston Texans, the Buffalo Bills. You know, I would include the Tennessee Titans, despite the fact that I am wearing a Tennessee Titans hat. But no. Hell, you can even throw the Denver Broncos into the conversation. That's all I'll say. There is nothing going for the Jets moving forward, despite the fact that they got their third win last night. They're sitting at 3-6. There is nothing they can do to save their goddamn season. Now, if they actually do something to save their goddamn season, holy fucking shit, I'll eat my words. But until then, I got nothing right now for the New York Jets. They are just, at this point, abysmal. And it's not even close. Anyways, though, about to take my final commercial break. We will be back in less than 30. Actually, no. We will be back in less than a minute. So until then, if you're looking for a tattoo, but at the same time, you're looking to see some real talk when it comes to college. If you're looking to see some real talk when it comes to college sports, be sure to check out these two places.
To hate Andrew Anderson spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast like a punch right to your face. College sports villains taking it over the place. I'll bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain. Well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide.
Ah, yes. Now, look, if you're looking for a tattoo, if you're looking to get a tattoo, be sure to check out Jimbo's Tattoo. And on top of that, if you're looking for the most villainous college sports talk show you want to find on social media, then be sure to check me out on College Sports Villains with the host, Mr. Andrew Anderson. We are part of the Villains Media Network. Man, oh man, at the end of the show, you will see why in every right we are our own villains. In any case, though, we got some college football predictions we gotta make. We got Saturday coming up tomorrow. Now, obviously, we do have WWE Crown Jewel. We got the OG Bloodline, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, with Roman Reigns going up against the Bloodline 2.0, Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu. Man, these motherfucking Samoans really be running WWE right now. It blows me away. But I'll tell you what, I have But But I'll tell you what, I have so much faith in the OG bloodline walking away with the win. Why? Because we got the Usos back together. We got the OTC. Throw the ones up, baby. We got the OTC Roman Reigns returning. We got the OTC Roman Reigns back. And you best believe that he wants things in order. And that's understandable. Hell, even the promo that Jey Uso cut to his brother saying, hey, we do this go around again. We not lackeys, yeet. We not do boys, yeet. We not yes men, yeet. We not nothing. All right? We are the goddamn Usos. Yes, he is Roman Reigns. He is the head of the table. He is the tribal chief. But we are the goddamn Usos. All right? We're not lackeys. Yeet. We're not yes men. Yeet. We're not do men. Yeet. We're not nothing. Yeet. Just be on the lookout for Crown Jewel this weekend. Now, if you want to watch Crown Jewel, if you have a phone, Amazon Fire Stick, and Spectrum Wi-Fi, all you got to do is click the link in the description of this video and click the link that says DSTV Hosting. Let them know I sent you. You get every local channel in the country. You get all the sports packages. You get NFL Game Day. You get MLB Extra Innings. You get NHL Center Ice. You even fucking get NBA Center Court. You get all the sports packages. On top of that, you get free pay-per-views. Now, when it comes to pricing, you're probably thinking, hey, that's going to cost a pretty penny like YouTube TV. Nah! It's not going to cost a pretty penny like YouTube TV. Now, yes, TV services like YouTube TV, Sling, and other services, yeah, they're going to cost about $50-$60 a month. But I'll tell you what, everything I just said, the sports packages, the local channels, the sports channels, the free pay-per-views, I probably didn't include the sports channels, but there's sports channels available. Anyways, like I was saying, you're probably thinking it's going to cost a pretty penny. Well, what if I told you that for 1 month, it only costed $20? 20 a month. $20 a month. Or if you want to go quarterly, that's every 3 months. It is only the literal same price as Sling and fucking YouTube TV. That cost being $50 to $60 every 3 months. I'll say that again. Every 3 months. All you need is a phone, and it straight up tells you how to download the TV service, get it on your phone, and it shows you if you have an Amazon Fire Stick, it shows you how to download it on that as well. And then aside from that, you're golden. You're getting everything you needed. You're getting free pay-per-views. You're getting every local channel in the country. You're getting the sports channels. Literally every sports channel you can imagine. ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, 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 fucking the SEC network. The choice is simple. But look, we got college football coming up. We got college football coming up tomorrow, and man, oh man, is it going to be a good one. Now, there are quite a few teams that are taking a bye week this week, but that's okay. We still got some ranked teams that are playing. Getting things started, we got number 4 Ohio State going into University Park to take on number 3 Penn State. You best believe I'm taking Penn State any day of the goddamn week. And I'll say this, if Gus Johnson, the fucking GOAT of college sports, is commentating that game, you best believe I'm taking Penn State. Anyways, next game up, we got Duke going into the Hard Rock Stadium of Miami Gardens, Florida to take on number 5, the U, baby. Now, Duke, hang on, they're actually having a good season. They are currently 6-2 right now, but the U is undefeated for a reason. That reason is Cam Ward. So I'm going to take the U. Now, sure, they should have a few losses on their schedule right now, but it is what it is. Anyways, wow. Sorry, it's Friday. I'm having a good time, all right? Now, next game up, we got the number 19th ranked Ole Miss Rebels going into Fayetteville, Arkansas to take on the Razorbacks. Arkansas, y'all have been producing a great season this year, but despite the fact that Ole Miss did lose to LSU, but they bounced back and got a win, man, Lane, you already know Lane Kiffin taking that fucking shit personal. So I'm going to go with the Rebels. The military academies. We got Air Force, who just absolutely blows this season. Jesus, Mary and freaking Joseph. But I'll tell you one thing. Army got some badass helmets going into that game. Anyways, Air Force goes into West Point, New York to take on number 21 Army. You best believe I'm getting behind quarterback Bryson Daly and number 21 Army to take the goddamn win over the fucking Air Force. Fuck you, Chair Force. No, for real though. For real. When it comes to the military, we have each other's backs. But you already know we're going to talk shit about each other. It is what it is. Come on. Anyways, moving on, we got Minnesota, who is currently 5-3 on the season. Good lord, guys. Look, Minnesota. As much as I think or want to say that you're going to go into Champaign, Illinois, and beat number 24th ranked Illinois, that's not going to happen anytime soon. So long as Tim Walz remains your fucking governor, it is what it is. You know what? I'm taking 24 Illinois. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Now, this is a game that Oklahoma needs to fucking win. Maine goes into Norman, Oklahoma to take on the Boomer Sooners, baby. And you best believe I am going to take Oklahoma. All right, let's see what we got right now. The NC State Wolfpack, they're currently sitting at 500 of 4-4. Northwestern at Purdue. This is basically a game of who sucks more in the Big Ten right now, because Northwestern is currently sitting at 3-5, while Purdue is currently sitting at 1-6. I'm gonna have to go with the Northwestern Wildcats. It is what it is, and I know what I said, baby. All right, now this game could actually be good. We got 5-2 Syracuse. Yes, they are coming off a loss against the University of Pittsburgh, aka Pitt. But Virginia Tech is Virginia Tech is 5-3 right now. So we shall see what happens. But ultimately, I'm going to have to go with the Orangemen. Next game on the schedule, we got Memphis, who a certain somebody that is a fan of the team of the hat that I'm wearing really thought that Memphis was going to be the G5 school coming out and going into the college football playoffs. Nah! That ain't happening anytime soon. Yeah, the fucking Memphis Tigers are 7-1, but you know what's going to cost them from getting into the goddamn college football playoffs? That 12-point loss to fucking Navy. But Navy isn't all that good. Navy should be... Yeah, I know what I fucking said. I'll take Navy or even Army above fucking Memphis any day of the goddamn week. Get the fuck out of here. But ultimately, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if University Texas San Antonio gets the upset over Memphis, because that would honestly be the equivalency of Northern Illinois going into Notre Dame, getting paid for it, by the way, going into Notre Dame and actually beating Notre Dame. Now, the Roadrunners, that is their fucking name, I shit you not. The Roadrunners are 3-5 on this, 3-5 on the year, but hey, upsets happen. You never know. Anyways, next game up, we got unranked Vanderbilt, who was in the rankings for quite a while. Now, they obviously deserved it, beating the teams that they were beating. However, they find themselves going into Jordan-Hare Stadium of Auburn, Alabama to take fucking hiccups and bursts, man. I swear to God. Anyways, Vanderbilt finds themselves going into Jordan-Hare Stadium of Auburn, Alabama to take on the University of Auburn. You know what? I'm going to take Vanderbilt in this because Auburn, what the fuck have you guys been producing on that goddamn field? I swear to fucking St. Michael the Archangel. Like, what are y'all doing out there? My God. Find yourselves a fucking quarterback and actually do something. Anyways, so this was brought up on another show, being College Sports Villains. We got Old Dominion going into... You know what? I'm happy about my pick. We got Old Dominion, who is 4-4 on the season. Now, Appalachian State is currently 3-4. But Old Dominion, y'all stick to fucking college basketball, because I'm going with Appalachian State when Old Dominion goes into Boone, North Carolina to take on Appalachian State. Now, these next few games are no surprise. Obviously, I'm taking number 1 Oregon over Michigan, despite the fact that they are going into Ann Arbor, a.k.a. the Big House. Oregon walks out with a win. Florida, man, this is going to be a good fucking game. Florida and number 2 Georgia meet in Jacksonville, Florida. You already know I'm taking fucking number 2 Georgia. Iowa State, number 11, undefeated, as they welcome Texas Tech. I'm going with Iowa State on this one. Next game up, we got number 13, Indiana, and undefeated, I might add. But wait, hold up. If Indiana is supposed to be a problem right now because they're undefeated, shouldn't they be ranked above Georgia? Shouldn't they be the number 1 ranked team in the country over Oregon? Well, you know what? It depends on strength of schedule and everything like that, and competition does matter. Look at Indiana's schedule! A loss is coming sometime soon. I'll tell you that. Anyways, They go into East Lansing, Michigan to play the Michigan State Spartans. You best believe I'm taking the Hoosiers. Next game up, we got number 17, Kansas State, going into Houston, Texas to take on the Cougars. You best believe I'm going with the Kansas State Wildcats, baby. Unranked UCLA goes into Lincoln, Nebraska to take on the Cornhuskers. I'm going with Nebraska, baby. Anyway, after that, we got North Carolina going into Tallahassee, Florida to take on the Seminoles. I'm going with North Carolina. It's not even close. Unfortunately, I do live here, but I'm going with Middle Tennessee getting a win over University of Texas of El Paso. Next game up, Navy goes into Houston, Texas to take on Rice. You best believe I'm rolling with the Navy, baby. Those are my goddamn roots, and that is my fucking stomping ground when I enlisted into the military. Anyways, next game up, we got number 10, Texas A&M, going into Columbia, South Carolina to take on the Gamecocks. Texas A&M has been a problem this year, and it would surprise me if the Aggies walk out of Columbia, South Carolina with the win. Now, after that, we got Louisville going into Clemson, South Carolina to take on number 11, Clemson. It's been said on College Sports Villains, there is no reason why Clemson should lose any more games. After that, we got Kentucky going into Knoxville, Tennessee to take on the Volunteers. You best believe I'm going with the Volunteers, baby. And finally, we got number 18, Pittsburgh, going into Dallas, Texas to take on number 20, SMU. I'm pretty sure I took Pittsburgh. Not 100% sure. But we're going to take one final commercial break, and we'll be back to make some NFL predictions.
I'm a bad guy, the one you love to hate. Andrew Anderson, spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast, like a punch right to your face. College Sports Villain, taking it over the place. I'll bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain. Well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. I rock in my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down, won't take it anymore. The bad guy of the podcast world, that's me. Unleashing the truth, setting it all free. Unleashing the truth.
All right, we are back. Again, be sure to check myself and the host of College Sports Villains every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My God, have I been falling behind on the goddamn comments. You already know what it is. We'll see about that. Oh, yeah, easily. Easily. Georgia is easily going to win by 20 plus points. Why? Because fucking Florida sucks this year. Penn State really should be number one. It's not even close. But I really think that they should be number one after this week. We'll see how it pans out. Oh man, I'll tell you one thing. I'm expecting a good game between South Carolina and oh my God, Jesus, I already forgot. But yeah, I'm expecting a good game for South Carolina, and we'll see how things play out come tomorrow. But right now, my main focus is on whew, my main focus is on this coming Saturday. Why? Because we got WWE Crown Jewel coming, and it's going to be an awesome card. There are two matches that I am looking forward to. Those two matches, the OG Bloodline, the Usos and Roman Reigns versus the new Bloodline with Solo Sikoa, Tamatanga, Tangaloa. Yeah, I know. Those are their literal fucking names. I shit you not. And Jacob Fatu. Now, I've been peeking around social media of Umaga's son, Zilla Fatu. Yeah. Now, if he actually makes his debut at Crown Jewel and joins the OG Bloodline, and shit about to get real. This storytelling is unbelievable. In any case, we got some NFL predictions we need to make. Now, unfortunately, the New York Jets did get their third win over the Houston Texans. That is fine. The Houston Texans still have first place in the AFC South, and I still firmly believe that the Texans are going to win the AFC South. Not this fucking team right here on my head. I'll tell you that right now. In any case, though, in the early games, we got Dallas going into Atlanta, Georgia, in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Man, the way Atlanta's been playing this year, give me the goddamn Falcons because I don't trust the goddamn Cowboys as far as I can fucking throw them. This is already a no-brainer. We got Miami and concussion protocol, fucking Tua Tagovailoa going into Orchard Park, New York to take on the Buffalo Bills. Man, you best believe I'm going with Bills Mafia, baby. Next game up, we got the Las Vegas Raiders going into Cincinnati, Ohio to take on the Bengals. This is a game that the Bengals need to win. If Vegas wins, Cincinnati's season is over, and it's not even close. All right, though. Next game up, we got the We got the San Diego Chargers. Yes, I still call them the San Diego Chargers. Fucking fight me. I dare you. Anyways, we got the Chargers going into Cleveland, Ohio to take on the Cleveland Browns. Now, the Chargers are somehow favored by 1.5, but if Jameis Winston still remains under center, I'm taking the goddamn Cleveland Browns. They beat the fucking Ravens with Jameis Winston under center. Now, there was a lot of miscues with the Baltimore Ravens, sure, but damn! So, regardless, I'm taking the Cleveland Browns. Oh, man. I have a chance to do the funniest thing possible, and you know what? I'm gonna fucking take it. As the New England Patriots going to Nashville, Tennessee to take on the Tennessee Titans, I'm going with the New England Patriots, baby. Let's fucking go. Now, we're still in the early afternoon games as the Washington Redskins going to East Rutherford, New Jersey to take on the New York Giants. Look, as biased as I want to be, Dable, Giants front office, whoever the fuck is listening, put the goddamn Italian Stallion in and start Tommy fucking DeVito because I have more faith in that fucking kid than I do with Daniel Jones. Either way, I'm going with the Redskins. New Orleans! Y'all have been on a fucking losing streak since going 2-0. But look, I I swear by all that is good in me, if you guys lose to the Carolina Panthers, your season is done. Regardless, I'm still going to go with the New Orleans Saints. Now, this is sure to be a good one, as this is the final early afternoon game, as we got the Denver Broncos going into M&T Bank Stadium of Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Ravens, this is a game y'all need to bounce back from after losing to the Cleveland Browns. Now, personally, I don't trust the Denver Broncos as far as I can throw them, but Bo Nix has actually been playing his heart out. Regardless, though, I'm going to take the safe bet and go with the Baltimore Ravens. Now we get into the afternoon games. We got Jacksonville going into Lincoln Financial Field of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, to take on the Eagles. Look, Jacksonville, y'all season is done. I'm going with the Eagles. Y'all, like, the Jaguars suck this year. It's not even close. Now we get to the Chicago Bears going into Glendale, Arizona to take on the Cardinals. The Bears are coming off one of the worst ways to lose if I've ever seen in my entire life. If you're a Chicago Bears fan, man, it really does suck to be a Bears fan because, I mean, come on. Facts. Look, if you're a Bears fan and you're out there, yes, it really does suck to be a Bears fan because to lose in that kind of fashion to the goddamn Redskins last week is asinine. Look, if I'm the head coach, obviously I'm not, but if I'm Matt Eberflus, the dude that tipped the ball to the Redskins receiver and, like, was talking trash to the Redskins fans, you're going down to fucking practice squad until I get tired. Anyways, Arizona's been on quite a roll. Let me double check things right now. They are currently 4-4, and they're on a 2-game win streak. As much as again, much like the Giants, as biased as I want to be, I'm going to take the Arizona Cardinals. It is what it is. But we're going to stay in the NFC North because the Chicago Bears were mentioned. We got Detroit going into Lambeau Field, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Give me the goddamn Detroit Tigers because they show, once again, why they are easily, despite having one loss, the best team in the NFL, and it's not even close. All right, next game up, we got a battle in the NFC West. The Los Angeles Rams coming off the most asinine way to win a football game this past Thursday against the Minnesota Vikings. Now they find themselves going into Lumen Field of Seattle, Washington to take on the Seahawks. Now the Seahawks got beat down bad, courtesy of the Buffalo Bills. But you know what? I think they come back from it. I think they bounce back from that kind of loss because that is easily something they needed to get their eyes fucking woken up. So I'm taking the Seahawks. Sunday night football, we got the Indianapolis Colts with Joe Flacco under center because Anthony Richardson decided it was a good idea to tap himself out because he was exhausted. So is everybody else on your fucking team, you dumbass! Joe Flacco may have been playing like 2012 Joe Flacco when he was under center in the last few games with the Colts, but this is a bounce back game for the Minnesota Vikings that they need to win. Give me the Vikings. Now on Monday night, we got a good matchup here. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going into Arrowhead Stadium of Kansas City, Missouri to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll tell you one thing, though. I'll tell you this. As lucky as the Chiefs have been this season, I'm going to have to take the Chiefs on this one. But, hey, if the Bucs can prove me wrong, it is what it is. All right, though. That is the last game of this upcoming week that we made a prediction for. It was an awesome show tonight. We talked about the Lions being on a villains tour. We talked about the disaster that is happening in Dallas. We talked about the fact that the New York Jets have become the New York Packers. We talked about the Panthers possibly being football purgatory for NFL quarterbacks. And if you don't believe me, just talk to Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield. But that's neither here nor there. And we also talked about the fact that the refs need to be seriously held accountable this season. And it's not even close. They have missed so many blown calls on top of that. They have made so many soft calls. Like, it's only a matter of time before that episode of South Park becomes a fucking reality where the players are wearing tinfoil sailor hats and a fucking bra and using a balloon as the goddamn ball. I mean, look, the Simpsons may have predicted the future, but South Park is as well. Now, be sure to catch me with my co-host. Wow, sorry, I zoned out. Now, this coming Sunday, be sure to catch me hosting the show, Game Day Countdown with Mac and James, and Mac being on the show as well. We are going to be talking about a lot of football. We're going to be making some predictions. We're going to be making a lot of good things on that show. It's going to be so fucking fire. You're not going to want to miss it. Be sure to check it out every Sunday morning. Man, it's going to be a good one. Yeah! But on top of that, that is... Oh, hang on. Well, sorry. Zone out. But that is all the time that we have. I will see y'all Sunday morning, bright and early. All right? Y'all enjoy the rest of your night. Peace out. Now, look, if you're in the mood for a tattoo, be sure to check this place out. Like I said, though, I will see y'all Sunday morning, bright and early, all right? Peace out.